Good afternoon, firemen's out here, and welcome back to Ultimate Driving. And against that season, won't be gonna be making for some kind of multiplayers as well. But where today, I'll be joining as a firefighter team once again, and because that is exactly how I want to be able to get around here. So guess what? It's my first response and some kind of a little bit of one things as well. We're gonna be finding some firefighters as even possible, so we have to navigate it as well, and we're going to be spawning a fire truck as immediately as well. So we have to navigate the fire as anyway as well. So we eventually try to upgrade up this vehicle to make this thing more faster as possible. So as the vehicle reaches out for 105 miles an hour. So I'm probably not sure. We're on the firefighter team, the EMT team as well, so probably that isn't going to be making for much more matters as well. We got our fire structure. We head on really fast as we got there on site. And we got small house on fire. So looks like we have our first experience in towards our 1 mile on fire. We got our first hose to use this for our very first time. It looks like the pressure will be at 10. Let's get around here for many more much. So looks like we have started to get all the way towards 1000 experience. If that building isn't gonna be for instantly like this thing. So we're in rank number 2. We're closing in the fire, and the fire has stopped anyways. So it looks like the house has been saved instantly. Perfect as well, that I just eventually turned off anyways as well. So the homeowner isn't going to be purchased. While you're on the emergency debate as well, you can't able to jump out of these or jump anything is going to be really possible. So that must be a fire. I don't like this thing as well, so we have to stop navigation as well. So if I'll be detect around for our next emergency around here, our first emergency response is complete. Looks like our last video for the previous video about for the police chase, if the police response has one gone wrong about for this thing. So I'll be waiting for the next encounter of the emergency fire like these things. We have to navigate another fire structure is right over here. Now we're gonna be turning on the sirens on back all the way into this thing. Fire is absolutely over here. I must be powerful and really fast to get this on time. But it looks like the emergency response is gonna be literally on fire. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If there must be a fire, it's right over here. Without any damages, either not able to get fall off. And then that happens slightly. This is gonna be one tragic day when the fire just spreads over. So where's other K's about for this thing? It's gonna be right over here. We cannot able to teleport, but there is a fire structure over here. We cannot able to go for an off-road selection around here. It's gonna be really far to do this. Once we able to reach around here, the house has been destroyed. It looks like it's gonna be completely many hours of finding the fires as well. That was slightly impossible to do this. So I'll be getting back into the off-road selection over here and making it already safely over here. And that must be too much downforce over here. We spawning on land, and the fire has been completely destroyed the house. Since I'm on rank number 3, the firefighters could arrive immediately as fast. Still using the fire truck as well, completely wrecking itself alone. We have our structure fire as well. in off-road condition. So, use the fire hose immediately. And the fire is going to be completely spread so much. And eventually the fire is going to be putting out soon. As our rest of the team isn't going to be for just as much. Alright, we'll be using the ladder as immediately as come. So, looks like the fire is going to be putting out soon. I'll be stepping inside of the house. It looks like the fire isn't going to be putting out yet. It's on fire on the floor second. But it is going to be nothing to do this. I don't really think we need to get around here as fast as possible. So get on the second floor. Oh no, we didn't able to raise up this thing. So the hose is going to be over here. The fire selection is going to be literally over here. We cannot able to put out a fire on top of that floor. We have to get far as possible until we just eventually put it out a fire. Is this going to be really impossible? And I definitely it was going to be yes. So the fire is almost out. Since it's still smoking anyways. So it looks like the house is literally still gotta be on itself. I really think this is gonna be a tragic mystery on fire like this thing. And it's still gonna be all over to this thing. While on emergency response, we're gonna be re-driving on the vehicle as well. We have to move aside close. We have to jump inside of the vehicle. And oh no, we're just eventually running out of space. So the fire is still in there. And I can see under the boiler as well. So the boiler is going to be right over here. Oh dear, I have nothing to do what it is. It's still on fire as anyways. We can't jump. But eventually, we needed some more help, as impossible. So, on your emergency response, you're unable to jump at this moment, including me. Unless there must be a fire right behind of the house. But it looks like we got one thing ourselves. It's gonna be right behind of here. So the house has put out a fire anyways. And our next emergency response looks like we're gonna be headed back anyways. Stop navigation around here. There must be one fire, not on the rooftop as well. That isn't gonna be slightly off as well. Into the old years about for previous ultimate driving versions, that it might cost Robux as well, but now it's gonna be totally free as you can chase around fires. Trucks as well, so you'll be chasing around fires as well until you're turning on the headlights. We'll see another emergency response as well. We got our next encounter. It looks like since the rack number 3 is going to be over soon. Now we're going to be seeing our third response, and we're just going to be saying the 5 alarm. So if we're gonna be making towards over to this self, we're gonna be doing for many much more like this self. Let's try to make things a little bit more insane. And there must be a fire navigated in towards over here. It's gonna be making over here. Yes, the fire is gonna be over here for our third response. So this is how it's gonna be making towards into some kind of a little bit of one thing. 51 new messages has been occurred for anything. The fire structure is going to be located in towards into. Oh no! It's a small island! All you have to do is gonna be teleported into some kind of other races. Now we're gonna be headed towards into the interstate sprints. And we're just able to get fired over here for just around here. So looks like we just eventually going for underway. That the firefighter team is going to make it up towards a little bit things. As soon as we got 60 new messages over here, it looks like we just coming towards over here. And there must be a huge fire around here in the house. And as you can see here for about here right there. Oh, there must be a big fire over here. We got anything that's gonna be really possible? And we just eventually jump around here. We're gonna be using the fire hose. And the truck isn't going to be parked perfectly as well. So we're jumping into this tent pressure over here. And we just slightly cannot able to be jumping all over. As I'll look into this thing as well. But not right over here. It's gonna be making towards a tragic thing as well. Crazy things is gonna be going all over here. Since the house is completely on fire, most of all, looks like the house is gonna be already things to do so. It's gonna be still on fire on towards into some kind of a little bit of woods. Now, many more things as possible, and then I should be able to put out the fires inside. And looks like it's still gonna be on fire over here. And looks like in the second floor it's gonna be I can't reach. So I'll be just gonna be a second over here for just as much. Ride the passenger. And then we're gonna be use a fire hose into our second floor. And I have reached it a little bit as much, I think the best way to do, when it wasn't gonna be very fixes at all. I have to move further away. And then we're just gonna be trying to put it out completely. I don't really think it's hard. Really hard as well. Alright. I'll be gonna be finding all the way ourselves to get way back here. And this thing cannot be reached at always. Since I just literally find my own way. And looks like this isn't going to be making further notice as well. The fire has completely put it out completely like this. It's going to be really perfect around as well. So I think should be able to the end of this video as well. We cannot able to do races as much as possible. And that was going to be constantly tragic as well. So looks like I'm going to be for our next firefighter like these things as well. The next one isn't going to be just like this one. I'm probably not sure there will be another fire as well. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're just liking for an emergency response. I have to spawn as smaller as possible before I'm just going to be favoriting for all cars as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in our next response. I'm going to be going all the way the heat is on.